Hi guys, Ulrich here. So today with another guitar question. The question is, what is the best acoustic guitar for beginners? So we have best acoustic guitar for beginners, and what I want to share with you today is a couple of things that you should keep in mind as you pick your first instrument, your first acoustic guitar. And I will also share with you my top 5 recommendation when it comes to good acoustic guitars for beginners. So right off the bat, I want to share something with you. It's a little bit of a vent, I admit that, but if you go on Google or just online and look for, recommendations of good or the best acoustic guitar for beginners, the problem is you get provided with so much information by people you can tell their knowledge is obtained by going on Amazon, on simply looking at the bestseller list of acoustic guitar, and they share that with you because they hope that you will buy that guitar, hopefully through the link, and then they get a commission. So you can tell that just what they share with you, their evaluation approach is just simply based on, okay, how can I make that person, meaning you, buy that guitar? And I'm not saying that all of the information online is structured that way or based on that philosophy. I'm not saying that. There are some very good articles out there, some very good videos and all that. I'm not saying that all of it is not. I'm not saying that all of it is completely useless, but the vast majority, in my opinion, I'm sorry to say that, is not providing you with the full picture and an honest, genuine, and also qualified opinion on what the best acoustic guitars are. And I want to just pause here. I admit it's just an opinion. It's highly subjective. My top 5 picks that I will share with you at the end of this video, and in the article somewhere is a link here that goes along with this video, it's subjective. Why? Because I can only talk about things that I personally tried, that I tested, that I just know enough about, or hey, that I personally own. So actually, what I share with you, and you know that if you're a long-time subscriber, I test these things. It doesn't matter what it is. I at least have enough knowledge to give you a qualified opinion. Whether you agree with it or another guitar teacher would agree with it is a completely different story. I admit to that. I'm not the ultimate authority on when it comes to finding the best guitar in the world for you, but I can share with you what I believe is a qualified, reasonable opinion, and based on that, you can then make a decision as to whether or not this is something for you. So enough rambling. As for the guitars, there are 2 types of guitars, and you probably know that already. In general, or I should rather say there are 2 types or 2 categories of acoustic guitars, main categories, if you will. One, like the one you see here, it's a classical guitar with nylon strings, and alternatively to that, a Western guitar with steel strings. Now, you also, if you've seen my previous videos, I've been talking a lot about the fact that I believe the best guitar to start out on is a classical guitar because of the nylon strings and the fact that nylon strings are just easier and gentler on your fingers. I also will readily admit that most of my students don't like to play on a classical guitar. They want to learn on a Western guitar that has steel strings. And that's fine. I have to acknowledge that. And therefore, what I'm going to share with you in a little bit, the 5 top picks will include 3 guitars with nylon strings and 2 guitars with steel strings. So therefore, you find both types of guitars covered in my personal top 5 picks. Let's talk a little bit about the price and also the fact that, and this could be very different from you watching other videos of other people sharing their thoughts on the best acoustic guitars for you. I'm not trying to sell you a guitar. I'm not in the guitar selling business. As a matter of fact, what I would recommend is that you look around and ask around among your relatives or friends, family members, whatever, to see if anyone has a guitar that you can borrow. An acoustic guitar, obviously, and ideally one with nylon strings, but at the end of the day, it's your choice. As long as it's a playable instrument, a real guitar, not a Hello Kitty toy guitar. Nothing against Hello Kitty, but I just don't think they make the best beginner's guitars. As long as it's a decent instrument, go ahead. Why spending any money? I wouldn't do it because, as a matter of fact, my first acoustic guitar was very similar to this one here. It didn't cost me anything. I think my mother gave it to me, so that's where I learned my first few chords, and it was perfectly fine. Didn't spend a dime on it. But if you feel different, if you want to buy your own guitar, or if you simply don't know anyone from whom you could borrow a guitar, then I'll share with you my top 5 picks for great acoustic guitars for beginners. Now, all of the 5 are anywhere within from $100 to $200. Why that? I admit it's a little bit arbitrary, that range, but here's my point. Anything below $100, you run the risk that you buy a toy and not an instrument. You don't want that. Not saying that all guitars under $100 are toys, but a lot of them are, or they're just not decent enough of an instrument that I would feel comfortable recommending it to you. So let's look anything $100 and above, but we don't have to go above $200. We could, of course, but why would you want to do that? It's your first guitar. You're just getting started. So looking at that $100 to $200 price range, I think gives you a very reasonable spectrum of possibilities, out of which I picked 5 guitars that I believe make a lot of sense to get started on. So what I want you to do is click on the link that's going to show up either here or there. I don't know yet. That's going to show up there. It will take you over to my website. And on my website, right there, you'll find a comparison of the 5 top picks against each other and my recommendation, my order of preference, if you will. Again, it's 5 guitars, 3 nylon strings, 2 steel strings, and some of which come as a bundle. That means you get certain accessories like a capo or a guitar tuner, very helpful. Or bags and picks and spare strings and all that. Others are just the instrument by itself. I'll list the prices. I also included the price information, and links from where you can buy those guitars if you want to. Again, I vouch for all of these 5 guitars. They are not necessarily the best-selling guitars on Amazon or elsewhere, but again, I can only talk about the things that I know or personally tested, or in this case even own, like this particular guitar, which as a matter of fact is my top pick. It's the Yamaha C40. If you know me, if you're a long-time subscriber, you've seen this guitar in many videos. I'm still using it. I had it for many years. It's a great beginner's guitar. It comes as a bundle. It's approximately $150. Comes with everything you need. Perfect guitar to get started. This would be my topic, but again, go over on the website, check out the link in the corner, and look at the 5 instruments, and then, based on your own personal criteria, make a selection. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, as usual, leave a link below the video, email me, and I'd be happy to chat with you. Please leave a like, please subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next question. Till then, bye-bye. Oh, wait a second. I just forgot something very important. What I did not include in my top 5 pick are children's guitars. That's a different topic. We will do that separately. I don't want to cover that in this particular videos. All the guitars you will see are full-size guitars. So especially for small children, these type of guitars could be too big. We'll do a separate video on that wherein I will share with you what my top 5 picks are with respect to good children beginner guitars. But that's for later. For now, I'll let you go. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.